Hey Titans, Jillian Boyd here. Today we're going to show you how to turn this into your very own Tuffy Origami. Ready to get started? Let's get to folding. So the first step in our Tuffy Origami is we're going to take these two corners and we're going to fold them over, and then we're going to take these two corners and fold them over. Then we're going to take this side and fold it over to here. So next what we're going to do is we're going to turn our logo upside down. We're going to take this corner and we're going to fold it down to this logo. And we're going to make a crease like this. You can leave that closed. The next part, what we're going to do is we're going to take this top point and we're going to make it parallel to our right side. And we're not going to make a full crease, we're just going to make a little pinch mark right at that line. Then we're going to open it back up. So you have a little pinch mark right there. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take each of these corners and we're going to fold them into the logo. And we're going to make full creases on these sides. Make sure to keep your logo upside down. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this bottom fold and we're going to fold it up to this pinch mark, like this. And we're going to make a full crease on the bottom. And we're going to open it back up. So now, I'm going to close these and we're ready for our next step. So now we're going to open up our folds. And we're going to take our bottom corner and lead it up to this line up here. And we're going to make a pinch mark down here. We're going to open it up and you have a pinch mark there. Our next step is going to take this top corner and lead it all the way down to this pinch mark. And we're going to make a pinch mark right in the center. We're going to open it up and we have two pinch marks here. So next what we're going to do is we're going to take this top corner and lead it to this lower pinch mark in the center. We're going to make a full crease. We're going to open it up. You have two lines here. Our next step is to take this corner and to pull it all the way over to this line. And then we're going to make another full crease. Just like that. We're going to open it up and do the same thing on the other side. Lead it over to this corner, this crease, and then we're going to just make another one. And we're good for now. On to the next step. We're going to take this line right here and we're going to fold it up, and this crease is going to go down to make it the reverse direction of when it was originally. And next what we're going to do is we're going to take this top fold and we're going to fold it over. Then we're going to take this middle fold and we're going to fold it in and flatten it out. So it looks something like this. Our next step is to take this corner and to fold it down over itself so you see the brown on the orange. Then we're going to take this corner and we're going to make it parallel along with the top. Just like that. And we're going to do the same on the other side, so we're going to open it up. I'm going to take this and make it parallel to the top. You want to make sure that your points, when you make these parallel, sort of stop along this line and this line, because this is going to be the tail of your Tuffy. So when we open these up, we're going to turn it this way. We're going to make what's called a rabbit tail. So you're going to take your folds now, and you're going to sort of pinch them like that. And you can fold them over really easy, like this. And you can move it to either one side or the other. It doesn't matter for now. So our next step, what we're going to do is we're going to take our paper and we're going to fold it in the middle here. And you're really going to want to make sure that your tail is on your right side and this point is on your left side. And your logo is at the top. So the next thing, we're going to take this crease and we're going to open this part and we're going to flatten it down. And we're going to flatten it and make creases here. So next we're going to fold this over, just this one side. I'm going to flatten it down. And you still want to make sure your logo is straight on top. So next we're going to take this line and we're going to open up this section. We're going to open it up. We're going to take with our right hand, we're going to fold this part down. Make sure that your edges are straight along this bottom line. So once your edges are straight, you're going to flatten this part down. Like that. And then we're going to take this section and we're going to fold it over itself. Like this. So once you've done this side, we're going to take our Tuffy Origami and we're going to turn it over on the other side. Now this side's important and you want to make sure that now your point is on your right side and your logo is still at the top. So we're going to take this edge, this crease right here, and we're going to open it up just like we did on the other side. Just like this. And we're going to fold this over and make sure that we have our line here. And we're going to flatten this crease out. Just like we did on the other side too, we're going to take this and we're going to fold it on over itself. There you go. So at this point, our origami looks more like a bird than an elephant, but don't worry, we will get there. So your point is on your left side and the logo is still at the top. We're going to take this section and we're going to fold it all the way over. We're going to make a nice crease along this edge. We're going to open it up, and I'll show you from my perspective. We're going to put our finger in this pocket here, and there's two folds on the inside. We want to make sure to put our finger in both of those, and we're going to flatten this out. I want to give this a nice crease too. I'm going to flatten these. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to fold over this section. Make a nice crease there. And this part's a little tricky, so I'll try and be as clear as I can. We're going to make sort of a square, so we're going to fold this section up, and we're going to put our finger in this here because it could get a little messed up if we don't have an opening there. And we're going to open this just like that. And we're going to make sure to keep this nice and clean. And we're going to press down here. It's a little bit easier if you make this to a point at the bottom. And we're going to fold along this crease. And we have a square. So we're going to flip it over. We're going to flip our Tuffy over. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So we're going to flip this square up. Will be a square. You want to put your finger in here to make sure that it's nice and neat so it doesn't rip. And we're going to flatten our square out. We're going to make sure there's no creases in there. We're going to flatten over this section. Just like this. And you're ready for your next step. You're going to take this and we're going to open this up and we're going to fold it down. We're going to crease it here to make sort of like a triangle. We're going to flip it over. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to open this square up. And we're going to flatten it out again. So for our next section, we also want to make sure that now our logo is at the top and this colored piece of paper is at the bottom right-hand corner. And these two flaps are on your left. So we're going to lift this section up to the crease. We're going to make sure to flatten it. Now this next section is pretty tricky, so I'll try and go as slow and as clearly as I can. So right here, we're going to lift this section and we're going to put this line along this line. So that just makes one straight line. And we're going to flatten it out. So it looks like this. Our next section, this is pretty tricky, we're going to bisect this flattened angle here. So I'm going to lift this out like this, and I'm going to flip the direction that it's going. Here it's good to put your finger right here so that it doesn't rip or mess up. So we're going to bisect this angle to make a square. What's going to be an ear. So next what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over on the other side. We're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side. So we're going to make sure that our colored corners are on our bottom left-hand side, and we're going to lift this section up. And we're going to flatten it and crease it out. So we're going to make this line touch this line like we did on the other side. Just going to fold it over, and flatten this out. So for this section, we're going to lift this part out, and we're going to reverse the directions of these folds, like this. Yeah, this part's a little tricky, so you want to flatten it out and just be patient. There you go. You have 2 ears on each side that are out. Our next step is to take the trunk and we're going to fold it along this line. We're going to fold it up because this will be Tuffy's trunk. And we're going to pinch it, make sure there's a nice line there. Then you can take this part of his trunk and you can fold it this way. And you're going to make his trunk like that. Then you can open him up. You're going to take his head. We're going to open it, and we're going to do that bunny fold like we did in the very beginning. So we're going to pinch right here. And you can redo this little trunk part. And you can do another bunny fold in the middle. So we look something like that. Our next step is to fold his head in. And we're going to fold it just a little bit. We're going to do it on this side, just like that. Then we're going to flip him over. And we're going to do it on this side. And we're going to pinch that real good. Okay, we're almost done. So what we're going to have next is you're going to need probably a really skinny pen or pencil for this next section. And we're going to use it to fold his ears down. So you can get real specific with this part, and we're going to curl his ears along this piece, along this pen. Just like that. So it creates a nice little bend in his ear. So we're going to flip him over. We're going to do the same thing to this side of his ear. We're going to curl this along this side. So he looks something like that. So now we have our Tuffy on this side, and his ears are all curled and his trunk is done. And this is where we're going to be able to have Tuffy stand. So we're going to take his legs and we're going to bend them sort of at like a 45-degree angle. And we're going to pinch his legs in. We're going to want to make it straight with this side so that he stands up. Right. Pinch this side. We're going to flip him over. We're going to do the same to the other side. You're going to really want to make sure that his legs are straight, or else he's going to stand crooked. Okay, so one of our last steps, since his ears are done, his trunk is done, and his legs are pretty much done, we're going to open up the back, and there's his tail, and we're going to fold him open. And this part is basically just making sure he stands upright again, and we're going to fold his legs on inside. I'm going to press down right here and along this straight line. We're going to take this other side, and we're going to do the same with his other leg. So we're going to take both of his legs and his tail, and we're going to fold him in like that. Okay, so our final steps, we are going to open the back end of Tuffy. We're going to take these two brown corners. We're going to take them and we're going to fold them inside, like this. Once you've done that, look like that, you're going to open them up and bunny ear them, like we did earlier. And pinch them there. Same thing on this side. Bunny ear that and pinch. We're going to fold them on back, and I'll show you the underside that we're going to work with. So right now you can make sure that you can give Tuffy's tail some dimension like that. It also helps close the back. So the last part that we're going to do for Tuffy's back is we are going to fold this section of brown paper inside like this. I'm going to make sure you can pop these. And you can pinch this section. Just like that. So you can make sure that Tuffy can stand up. And what we're going to do with the logo here, because as you can see you can't really see the logo, we're going to open the top end of Tuffy up. So make sure you hold Tuffy at his shoulders or underneath his trunk, because that part tends to rip. So this part's kind of tricky. You're just going to put your finger on the inside and you're going to push down. You're going to work it out with your fingers. This part might take some practice, so just work it on out. And you can even pinch these corners right here to make sure that the logo is nice and flat. Still making sure that we don't rip his trunk area. So now what we're going to do, we're pretty much done with our Tuffy. His tail's out, he can stand, ears are nice and curled, and we can see the logo. We're just going to bend his legs a little bit to give him some muscle, because the new Tuffy's pretty muscular. So our Tuffy Origami should be pretty muscular too. And we're done! Tuffy's looking good. He's got a flat logo on the back and he's really three-dimensional and he stands up. So thanks for watching, and if you'd like you can upload your Tuffy pictures and even customize your own and use the hashtag Tuffy Origami so that we can see all your awesome photos. Thanks guys!